A member of the Question Time studio audience made their feelings felt as they shouted over panelist Helen Whately. BBC Question Time saw a furious heckler interject as MP Helen Whately tried to make a point about the benefits system, shouting out, "You had 13 years." The Shadow Secretary of State for Work and Pensions was making a point about the positive changes the Conservatives had made to the benefits system when the rude interruption occurred. "We have a benefits bill rising to over £100 billion by the end of this decade. We have over 7 million people claim some form of sickness benefit. And the problem with the system we have is we need it to work in a way that if you can work, we do work. But actually, if you're disabled and really can't work, you need to get support," Whately said. "And the problem with the system we have at the moment," she continued. But a voice could be heard shouting from the audience as the politician was brutally heckled. Host Fiona Bruce clarified they had said you had 13 years as the camera cut to an exasperated woman shrugging her arms. Whately explained, "To that point, as I said, we actually did really substantial reforms, and the putting in place universal credit, something that's looked at around the world, something where Britain has led in the world in this. However, as I said, things changed coming out of the pandemic. What we saw specifically is an increase in people claiming benefit for mental health reasons. Now I come at this as somebody who was a campaigner on mental health. Before I was a member of Parliament, I campaigned very hard for more parity between physical and mental health and better healthcare for people with serious mental illness. I don't for a moment question the reality of things like the difficulties of anxiety that we know people are coming forward for sick benefits," she said as the heckler remained quiet. "But we also know that the evidence tells us many people with those kind of conditions with support can be better off in work, and the system in the last few years hasn't been achieving what we needed from the government. Because they're now in the driving seat to really tackle that, and we didn't see this last week," she said. "And you didn't see it obviously when you were in power, either," Bruce interjected.